Greetings and welcome back to the lesson. Today we continue with the topic management of Consolidated Fund Services and Exchequer accounts. In this lesson, we are going to highlight the expenditures covered by the Consolidated Fund Services, and this is what we did, candidates, when we discussed the scope of the Consolidated Fund Services. If you recall, in our last session, we defined Consolidated Fund Services as representing mandatory expenditures that are charged directly on the consolidated fund. All right? So the money that is charged directly from the consolidated fund is what we are referring to as the Consolidated Fund Services, as authorized by the Constitution or a specific act. The Constitution may authorize that certain funds be charged directly from the consolidated fund. A specific act of parliament may also authorize that certain money be charged directly from the consolidated fund. And these expenditures do not require the annual approval through the Appropriation Act by Parliament. So what are these services? What are these expenditures? One is public debt servicing. Public debt servicing. And this could be foreign or domestic debt servicing. This is usually the most significant component of the consolidated fund services in Kenya. Right? It covers the payment of both the principal and interest on both domestic and external loans borrowed by the national government. And this also includes payments on loans guaranteed by the government to state corporations. And this charging of public debt servicing direct from the consolidated fund ensures timely debt servicing, which is crucial for the country's financial credibility. 2, pensions and gratuities. Pensions and gratuities. These are money that are paid to the former government officials. This covers the payment of retirement benefits, including pensions and gratuities to former public officers and their eligible dependents. And this is a legal obligation of the government to its retired employees. 3, salaries and allowances of independent constitutional office holders. Constitutional holders like the Auditor General, judges, and so on. The remuneration, the emoluments, the salaries, the allowances for holders of independent constitutional offices is charged directly to the consolidated fund. And this is a measure to safeguard the independence of these offices from potential political influence during the annual budget appropriation process. Examples of such office holders include judges, commissioners of independent offices, like the Independent Electoral Boundaries and Commission, the Public Service Commission, the Office of the Auditor General, and so on. 4, we have subscriptions to international organizations. Subscriptions to international organizations. These are mandatory contributions and membership fees that Kenya is required to pay to international and regional organizations and so on. Subscriptions to international organizations. Then you have other charges as specified by law. Other charges as specified by law. The Constitution or specific Acts of Parliament may designate other particular expenditures as a charge on the Constitutional Fund. And this would also fall under the ambit of Consolidated Fund Services. So these are examples of expenditures covered by the Consolidated Fund Services. These expenditures represent the national government's non-discretionary financial obligations that are prioritized and paid directly from the Consolidated Fund to ensure the smooth functioning of the state, to maintain, again, the financial stability and uphold the independence of key constitutional institutions. That is all for today's lesson, where we've highlighted expenditures covered by the Consolidated Fund Services. Bye.